we're live, I guess.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, it's good to see you today. I like our web fishing sessions. It's fun. I
Yeah,
like one of the things I like about this game is that it has a lot of customizability in how you play it. Like I have the patient lure, and that means I can play the game like an idle game almost if I really want to, where I just leave like and like do something else while having in the background, which I appreciate.
yeah, I like that. Um,
Or you can even
I
turn on the
realized
thing that makes it move.
I still had all this reshade stuff on
Oh,
with the different CRT effects and stuff.
yeah, those look very cool.
There's one called JPEG compression. It does what you think it does.
Okay, I kind of love that.
Yeah. Um, but obviously it makes the game very hard to see properly. So some of the CRT filters look really cool, but they make the text too blurry to read, so I can't really have them on.
Yeah.
So I wish some of these
Oh
you
my
could like,
gosh, you can turn the pixelization up until it's impossible to see anything.
yeah, I noticed that. I've just have pixelization off, I think. You can put it
Yeah.
into like DS mode if you want.
I kind of like both it off and DS mode. It's nice when it's off because like there's text that you can't read unless your camera gets close. Um, so
Yeah.
so actually, one of the things I want to talk about with you, I actually don't remember if we've talked about this before. Do you know what Pal World is?
Yeah, I know what Power World is. We talked about like the lawsuits going on with Nintendo.
Yeah. Anyways, Abby learned some more about that today. It's just interesting. Uh, like one of the things is that, or do you want to say it, Abby?
Uh, Sorry, what were we talking about?
We're talking about the stuff with Pal World, like the stuff you learned.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly just
You can hear Abby, right?
hey,
Yeah.
Okay.
um, mainly just watched a YouTube video talking about it.
Yeah, but it had some interesting bits.
Yeah,
Like Nintendo like posthumously, not I don't know if that's the right word.
yeah. So after Power World like made their game, Nintendo made patents that felt like they were specifically trying to target features in that game.
Yeah, it's like they made their stuff after Pal World had already come out, like their patents that they're suing them on.
Yeah, which is definitely a thing of bad faith. It's like, oh, well, I don't know. I feel like the patent not existing was like, oh, this is a space that you're allowed to like develop into.
I mean, also like at least I think that like I mean we were both talking about this, but like um gameplay mechanics. Oh my gosh, why is this? Okay, sorry, one sec. I have hit a incredibly difficult fish. Sorry.
That's okay.
Um, like I don't like gameplay mechanics being copyrighted.
No.
Um, because like all games borrow from other games, and when you start doing that, you run into some real issues. I mean, like if we went by the thing of like, oh, copyright all the mechanics in your game, then like Pokemon wouldn't exist, the thing that this is all about, right? Because Pokemon is based on other RPGs. I don't know.
It contains like the idea of a leveling system. You have a party that you are able to swap members like out
Yeah.
of. That's not like I don't think that was a new thing at the time.
Yeah, I'm more okay with like character design
Like the
copyrighted.
characters have moves that do damage, and I'm not sure if there's specific like way of calculating that damage would have been patented as well if they like if other companies patented everything.
Yeah, exactly. And so just like this whole idea of patenting based on like gameplay mechanics so people can't do them, to me feels like a really bad thing for the games industry. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that,
Yeah.
Martin?
Yeah, I don't really like that. that does kind of feel like just closing the door behind you or something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and the fact that they created this, again, the word I want to say is posthumously, but I don't know if that's the right word here. But they
Um,
created the patent after the fact feels like really gross, you know? Now, I also preface this. I think that Pal World completely brought this upon themselves, right? Like, they made the designs that look like Pokemon that like rip off a bunch of Pokemon designs, right? Like, I think they
well, that's not
fully.
they
Mhm.
did, but that's not even the thing that Nintendo was going after them for. Even though
Oh no,
that's
exactly.
what everyone thought.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm saying that like the reason they attracted their attention though is because of that, and like I'm saying that Pal World is at fault for doing that. I think, but I also don't like the way I don't think that I think this lawsuit is a bad thing. You know, that's my opinion. Also, nice shark. Wow.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I'm
Short
of the opinion
catcher.
that Pal World is like Pal World deserves what they're getting more or less. However, this is a really bad thing for the video games industry. Um, it feels to me too much like poking a bear, I guess. Like that's you don't copy Nintendo's character designs and expect them to not freak out at you. Um,
yeah. Well, Nintendo will go after you for a lot less.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So to me, it just feels like as far as sympathy for Pal World, I have none. As far as like thinking that this is like I'm really like I think this is a horribly scummy move on Nintendo's part, I would say, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. We probably did talk about. You said we talked about this before. My memory is not great.
A little bit. I'm sure it's been developing. We
Yeah,
talked about it when when they first win it, because everyone was expecting them to. But
yeah. Again, the thing is that they're suing for a different thing than what the thing is. That like was the big thing. You know,
You know the thing?
the thing.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! Do you see this?
Oh, it's like a manta ray.
It's a manta ray. It's a
It's,
large manta ray. I love that.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of games that are like Pokemon likes. I don't think you
Mhm.
can. I think specifically the thing that they were taking issue with was the mechanic of the
The ball.
Pokeball, like being
Yeah.
able to like put something in like a containment thing, which is they were said that it's too similar to a Pokeball, which they own the rights to.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
I don't know. Have you ever seen that game? It's actually on the Switch. It goes around. It's called like Nexamon,
Maybe.
and it's very clearly like a spiritual successor to Pokemon. Especially when for a long time the Switch didn't have its own Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that game has like an equivalent to Pokeballs or if it just specifically does not have Pokeballs, but it does have what are basically Pokemon. Because in
Yeah.
Pal World you did have like basically like a sphere that captures the creatures, the pals, I guess they're called.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. Yeah. No, I mean it's a complicated thing, right? I guess I just like there's been like a lot of. I mean, are you aware of the whole loading screen thing? Did we talk about that? That
you
like
mean how the loading screen mini games and how like I think it's Namco or something like copyrighted that concept and so now you can't do it
yeah,
anymore.
exactly. And like that thing, I'm just very wary of, I guess, you know. Um,
Yeah, it
where
stifles
yeah,
creativity because it's like I said, it's kind of closing the door behind you because Pokemon itself is very derivative of things that came before it, just RPGs and stuff.
yeah, exactly. I mean, Pokemon's had like lawsuits before where they've had like I think it was the person that Abra is based off of, who is like a like phony psychic or something, like sued them because they made a Pokemon based on him.
I did
Or
not
something.
hear about that.
It was like a long time ago, but
So particularly the so Abra's evolution, right, has a character with um like Abra evolves into a character that has a mustache and like does spoon bending. And there's somebody who's um famous for that trick who also has a mustache,
yeah,
right?
okay, that's what it is.
And in particular, um like they were like, "Hey, you can't like this is a reference to me. Like you can't just awkwardly reference me in your game
Can't
and
you though?
not
Like
ask for my permission."
I don't know. I mean, it's like it's interesting. I
parody.
mean, there's like a lot more surrounding that person too. Like I said, I think that they were a
No, it's definitely a thing where I feel like Nintendo, it's fine if they do that.
yeah, and the person was very much like mainly because they were like again maybe I shouldn't be talking on this because I don't remember the story exactly, but something along the lines of they were like kind of a cult personality kind of person, you know. Um, so like they didn't want things making fun of them.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I guess just like yeah, like you said, the closing the door behind because everything's based on other things, you know. Like um like all games take inspiration from other games and other media. And when you start limiting that, it really starts limiting what you can get, you know, I think. Uh, yeah. I mean, this is a good example right here. We're playing this is someone liked the like kind of just fishing and relaxing element of Animal Crossing. Um along with some like progression and idle game and customization stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah.
Sorry, I was just distracted for a second.
Ah, you're fine. Is there anything on your mind today?
Well, I was just gonna say, I feel like maybe a Pokemon was based on a person like that, but I would just wouldn't that just be considered parody? And then parody is like a form of fair use.
Yeah, exactly. No,
It makes me
again, that I
think of
remember this person
the
lost. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure this
was
person lost the
more
thing.
just talking about the fact that Pokemon has been sued themselves for like um for things.
I don't know. Although even then, that's like maybe
It's just like a random thing that you remembered.
yeah, it's just like a thing. I don't know. I guess just again though, it's like it's a bit of an non sequitur. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
well, it's just that made me think of the Billy Mitchell thing, where Billy Mitchell there was a character in regular show that was clearly based on Billy Mitchell, but it was like a parody, and so Billy Mitchell
Mhm.
sued Cartoon Network for doing that, and they ruled that it was like very cartoonish and exaggerated, and it was just parody, and therefore it was fine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And parody is important because otherwise it's like, oh, are you able to give commentary on anything?
I mean, I won't really go into it right now, but the Book of Bill had some really good parody that I appreciate that we went through yesterday. Abby
seemed
knows what
like
I'm talking
it.
about. Um, and
Oh, it was a good book. There was definitely a thing where it was like, oh, it was like more um
it felt less adult and like okay, so there was the thing that had blood on it, but that was like that was bonus material on the website.
mhm.
I'd say that like
Yeah.
for the most part, it felt like it was a lot less like oh mature like swearing and violence and more like just talking about like heavier things usually.
Talk about heavier things, but also it had a kind of Goosebumps feel to part of it.
Yeah, for
Where it
sure.
was like, oh, we're talking about spooky cryptids, and
Yeah,
like there's a bit of gross out kind of like
yeah.
stuff associated
Spooky.
with that.
I think I think Goosebumps is about the right sort of tone for it.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and
Like
there's
you
even
want to
a
make it
Goosebumps
kind
parody
of
covering
dark,
it.
but not like horror, full blown horror, like
Yeah, I
in
mean
an
that's
in
what
an
I would
adult
call it.
way.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what it was going for. The like um the sort of take on Bill is that he is a very goofy but all still a menace.
well, I mean, it's like a thing that like, I mean, I don't know how much we should be talking about it, but like, he, I mean, like, there's a thing where a lot of like things will like try to humanize like a pure evil villain, and that causes issues. But I
Yeah.
would say here it more gives context for him, while like it basically shows how flawed he is, you know.
Yeah, it's
It's not so
partially
much
of
that.
if they had him do things, but that didn't feel like they had consequences because the consequences to those actions were censored, then it would feel like he's not like at fault in a weird
Yeah.
way. Like he's at fault partially because he does things and they hurt people, right? And if you remove the part where other people are like hurt by his actions, then it's hard to call him at fault.
Yeah. Oh, there's also some just really good lines in it.
Yeah,
I, again, I don't want to spoil it too much in case you would like look at the PDF or something later.
yeah.
But I don't know. We could
Yeah.
look at it together later if you want. But
There were some very funny jokes in it,
yeah.
and some of them only like landed because of
No, like okay,
things
like
they mentioned early on.
particularly the adult things. It's just because it like reference things that are like a bit like there's a part that goes into like cults, right? Like
Yeah.
stuff about cults, and like Gravity Falls has a cult in it, but it's like the cult of the blind eye,
Mm.
and that lends to like a lot more like basic on the cult stuff. Like the stuff in the
Yeah.
Book of Bill talks more a lot about like charismatic cult leaders and like um people um how the peer pressure in like an area like that
Yeah.
causes issues while still being very silly about it.
Yeah. There's also a bunch of um silly supplemental pages where Bill is like, I just want to talk about
Let's talk about
like
silly straws.
yeah, there's the silly straw page. And then there's also like this other page that's like, oh, what about like spooky monsters? And like most of them don't matter, but one of them is actually referenced later on, um, when like Bill is talking about Ford, right?
Okay, I actually might say this one. So, you know when uh also actually I should probably should ask, is there anybody on the stream like I don't know if you have any viewers right now, but like if there are, would anyone like should we not be talking about spoilers?
I was conscious about that. I mean, I honestly don't think anyone's here right now anyway, but I would just say, like, if someone was to be watching this VOD at a later point or something, just spoilers for Gravity Falls, I guess.
Yeah.
So, fair warning.
Yeah.
Beware, you're in for a scare.
Beware, you're in for a scare.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, like okay, so there's a part in when uh Stanley meets Stanford after like not seeing him for a long time in Gravity Falls.
Mhm.
The first thing he says when he opens the door is, "Have you come to steal my eyes?"
Yeah, and they went back and they added context for that.
Yeah. So one of Bill's like demon friends that he knows steals eyes,
Yeah, and
and then
they
he
just
told him he was going to send his friend on him.
yep,
It's like, oh, that's why he was freaked out about his eyes being stolen.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do they, like, expand upon some of the other, I guess, demons or whatever you want to call them that were in
Yeah.
the finale?
Yeah, all of those characters show up at like multiple points. He talks about like um he has so there's like two pages that go over like here are all of the henchmaniacs and here's like a description of each of them. And it also um like uh it also adds two characters to the henchmaniac squad that weren't brought up. But
Yeah, and one of them's very interesting if you've read Journal 3.
yeah.
Um, but yeah. Again, it doesn't like really make like I appreciate it because it didn't quite make like I wouldn't want it to really make Bill sympathetic because that's not quite what I get, but he's sympathetic in the sense that like he's not sympathetic and like, oh, he's just a tragic soul, like look at this bad things that happened to him. It's like, oh, he did some horrible things, and he's like trying to do this to like
Cover the fact that he has flaws.
basically, yeah, like the whole book is him like being like, I don't have flaws, you know, like there's nothing wrong with me. Like
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, I want to be unapologetically evil because at like an earlier point he started typecasting himself that way and was doubled down on it so that he can say that he doesn't have regrets.
basically, yeah. Um,
Like, and that's the sort of backstory that they give him. And it's definitely a thing of like, um, we talked about it a bit in like the group chat, but there's a thing where he definitely needs therapy,
yeah.
and uh, it's not very clear how like that doesn't feel like it's being done in the right way.
I mean, okay, some of the stuff in the website may have felt like it was a bit, but
Okay, so
the
based
book,
purely on the book, I feel like it definitely wasn't. If you go on the website, it
then
actually
like
has him talking to a therapist, right?
yeah, he's like actually talking to a therapist about things, and that's like better.
Yeah. The thing I don't like is that the sort of ultimatum that's brought up,
Yeah.
um, and I think I talked about this before, but it's like, oh, you either become like acceptable by society's standards.
Or you stay in prison forever.
Yeah.
But
It's
like acceptable in this case is like erasure of your identity, which is kind
yeah.
of like you have to become a bug, um, which is the thing. Anyways, I don't know. Sorry, we're kind of rambling about that, but I just think it's kind of fun to talk about.
Yeah. I was watching that animation. I was talking about it yesterday. I don't know if you probably have seen it. It's called Bill Cipher Orders a Pizza.
Oh yeah, I've
I
seen it
can't remember
before.
what the channel is. But I saw that because it's from like 8 years ago actually, but I saw that for the first time. And at the end is just him being like, "Wow, I'm incredibly lonely." And I
Yeah.
feel like
No, I
that's
mean that's basically where he's at in the Book of Bill. He's like, I mean, there's a whole thing that like he does, in a weird, twisted way, care about Ford,
yeah.
while also being incredibly abusive to him.
Yeah, it is. He I kind of got that vibe off it where he is kind of like almost like his abusive ex.
Yeah. I mean, that's dialed up to 11 in the book. Like it's very
Because
overt.
because they basically they had like a relationship, like a working relationship, and then but it was very toxic and abusive, and then they broke it off, and now he's like back into his life,
Yeah, there's definitely a
and
thing
there's
in the
like
book that
trauma.
they paint it more of like something of them kind of completing each other,
Yeah.
like psychologically, because so Bill brings to the table the sort of thing that he like in a fairly abusive way, he strokes Ford's ego.
Yeah.
But at the same time, um like Ford makes um Bill feel in control,
Yeah.
where Bill, as like a demon that exists in another dimension, has very little control over things, and he doesn't like to admit that.
Also, like, I mean, okay, so like, do you mind if we spoil a bit from it, or do you want to hang on to that, Marty? Like, just a few interactions that happen.
I mean,
Um,
I think that would be fine.
like which way? Sorry.
Um, I mean, I don't really mind if you tell me.
So basically, um, we know that Bill destroyed his home dimension, right? And we get a bit more
Yeah,
context to that. Basically, it was not it like okay, so he basically destroyed his dimension, and he uh feels like he's like he didn't quite mean to. That's not quite what his intent was. Um, but since then he's been like kind of typecast, you know. And anyways, there's this really good line where he's talking to Ford, and he's like he reaches into his top hat, and pulls out like a little speck of dust, and he's like, "Hey, this is the last remnant of my dimension." And then like Ford's what happened to it? And he's like, "Oh, a monster destroyed it." And Ford's like, "Oh, I'll help you fight the monster. You know, we'll track it down and we'll destroy it, and like save your people." And he's like, "You couldn't handle the monster; it would eat you alive," which is, oh, it gives me chills because he's the monster, and he views himself as such, which a lot of his like bravado is like he feels like he can't escape that, so he's just like goes all in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Also, okay, there's also a website that we've been messing with. We need to look at the rest of it. But you can type in like code words and it gives you extra.
Yeah.
That's actually where some of my favorite stuff from the book was on the website.
Yeah, it's definitely there's different phrases from the book, but there's also things of you can type in names of characters and like more obvious things, and it will give you a little supplemental thing of a bunch of stuff that happened canonically uh, after, like a bunch of messages that were created after the Book of Bill.
Yeah,
Right.
basically. And okay, the cool things too is that we found one part in particular that was basically just more of the book. Like it was like basically missing pages in the book that just kept going on. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
I think partially because like um they were basically referencing Scientology.
Yeah.
And so like there was a bit edgier than the rest of the book, but
Okay,
in
there is
like
a funny thing that there are layers of censorship avoidance with
yeah,
this,
exactly.
where it's like, oh, the originally, or we have like, oh, Gravity Falls itself was a cartoon that's very open, right? And it's like, oh, we have to censor a bunch of things in that in order to fit the cartoon setting, right?
Yeah.
And then we got to Journal 3, where it's like, okay, that's something you have to specifically buy,
So we can go a
right?
little bit
And that's
farther.
a very slightly more. It gets into like um, I think some of the codes, like wasn't there a code in book 3 that was like about the mystery bruises?
Yeah, and that's elaborated more on the Book of Bill.
Yeah,
Um,
where it was like Ford was taken over by Bill, and then he would wake up occasionally with like different bruises and things.
yeah.
Um,
And
I,
then the Book of Bill is like goes a bit further with that, and then like there's the secret stuff for the Book of Bill that's like I said, there's a part that basically talks about Bill created his own version of Scientology.
yeah, he picked a place, and he was like, okay, he possessed somebody who recently died and was like, I'm gonna start my cult here and now, and then he just did in like the 1980s or something.
Yeah, and it was fun too because it referenced a bunch of they had a bunch of stuff from real cults, like specifically Scientology and a lot of Mormonism stuff too.
Yeah, and that was just kind of like reference as they were talking about like
Yeah.
things. There was the
It was called Cyphertology.
yeah. Um, there's uh I I love that one of the things of if you type in ciphertology, then it will into like the computer, then it says the IRS won't tax us because they're cowards.
Yeah. Like oof, because that's like
That is just a thing with like a lot of not just cults but also religions in the
religions that make a
US.
lot of money, and then like specifically
Yeah.
Mormonism. Sorry,
Specifically, there's a lot of like, oh, they get a lot of tax breaks, right?
yeah. Also, if you want us to stop, like if this is like I don't know,
We're
if this,
so sorry for
if
like
this is like too sensitive for
Yeah.
the stream, we could back off if you need to.
I think it's
do it.
fine.
I do want to be sensitive of that just because I know these are like kind of heavy topics.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like you've really said anything like bad. Exactly.
Okay. there were like a lot of things that were just funny jokes. There was a page that talks about that. I think the way we were going through this is because we weren't going to be able to solve all of the codes.
We did a bunch of codes and then we like looked up the rest.
Yeah. One of the codes when you type it in gives you a page that's like, the life cycle of a human. And it is full of just really stupid jokes.
Oh, we sent you one of them. It was like, did you know that when babies are born, they want to go work in the mines?
Well, it was basically like, babies are actually, like, this is the height of the human development cycle. It's all downhill from here because, like, and then it talks about, like, there's a section that's like, oh, this is translating baby speak. And it's all about, like, baby is essentially being, like, very dwarven.
Father, I wish to work in the mines. The ore is found near the depths of the earth.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
A lot of very silly jokes.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was from the book when you were saying that.
Yeah. Well, specifically that page was from the website.
Yeah.
Because like the website has more pages from the book that aren't in the book, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like they fit right in. Like you probably could make. I talked about this yesterday. You could make like a super version of the book that has all the pages, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
There's just like a bunch that are on the website.
That are like hidden behind like codes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's also like there's a bunch of things that feel like pages from the book, but they're also some of them are not pages from the book because of the fact that like they feel a bit too like directly cultish, and some of them are specifically not in the book because Bill would feel awkward talking about them, right?
Yeah.
Like the sort of things that he tries to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a funny thing where
he's really salty about losing to Stan, but yeah, continue.
He's very salty that like Stanley was the one who like killed him and not Ford, right?
Yeah, no, there's this whole thing where like when you search Stan, he goes in this whole coping session where he's like, actually, like Stanley is like a big loser and like look at all the things he failed at and like he only beat me through sheer chance and nothing else.
It just kind of keeps going. He has
going.
like a very long rant that if you keep like every time you click on it again, he gives like a different response, and he's like, stop asking me about this. Is like I'm not gonna talk about it. I can outlast you, and then like it doesn't take long for him to be like, okay, it's fine. It wasn't like that big of a deal. He didn't win.
Yeah, it's just funny. He's like specifically that he lost to Stanley is what he's so upset about because he views Stanley as like the lesser Ford.
Yeah,
so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was just a lot more like things in that universe, and like I don't know.
Like,
it's just nice to have.
I also liked how the website in particular was interactive.
Yeah,
like it made it feel a lot more like you were actually like, because the book is like you're supposed to be talking with Bill basically, right?
Yep.
But then the website like felt a bit more like that because you're actually entering in prompts into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So. Which I think is kind of neat.
I just think it's neat.
Anyway, sorry, we've been waiting to gush about that because it was fun.
Sorry.
yeah. I was just not saying much because I was in the store.
Oh, you're fine.
I should come over there too. I was gonna say because like I need to upgrade. Like I have a bunch of money now and my stuff is not upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a thing called a hand labeler. It says it can like rename items and fish and and stuff.
Oh.
So I think you could like rename your fishing rod, for example,
Oh, that's interesting.
to whatever you want.
Neat.
Cool. Oh my gosh. I can get anime eyes. Oh, I wish there was
Yeah.
a purple hat.
Oi. Why, desu?
Want to get them all eventually.
Same.
Also, so the like when you type things into the computer, it gives you like sometimes it just gives you like a small text response that's very silly. Like if you type in questions, it says answers. If you type in answers, it says questions.
Yeah.
Ethel already said that if you type in Gravity Gravity Falls season 3, then it says season 2. If you type in season 2, it says season 1. If you have a type in season 1, it says season -1 Anti-Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Prequel confirmed.
Yeah. And then so it gives those. It also gives like pages that are like pictures, right? And then sometimes it just gives like long descriptions. Like there's one that's talking about that's Bill talking about dreams.
Yeah. He goes over like the dreams of all the different characters, which is interesting.
Yeah. There's also another thing that there are some things that you type them in and it will sillily like bring you to a Google search for that.
Yeah.
Like if you type in Alex Hirsch, it brings you to a search result for flannel.
Yeah. That one was very silly.
If you type in like Gideon, it brings up a search result for bow tie or bolo ties. And if you type in like some things, it's like, oh, then it gives you in the book. There were a lot of like backgrounds and images that were accompanied with text.
Yeah,
and
it gives you.
the
I mean, the
raw
one that we sent,
files.
the one that we sent that had the blood on it was like you can't actually see that in the book.
Yeah.
That was like the unedited version of the photo.
Mm-hmm. There was also if you type in Giffany.
Oh yeah, if you type in Giffany, she like invades it.
Yeah, it's
You download a Giffany virus.
the first time you do it, it says like firewall like attack successfully like prevented, and then it's like second attack, and it starts slowly failing as you like type it in, and then eventually it shows a ASCII thing of Giffany and downloads the thing onto your computer.
Yeah.
And you can open up the zip file, and it's a bunch of GIFs.
And a bunch of gifs of Giffany.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically all of her assets from the show, like all of her like assets from when she like does things.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Is it
And then
available before? That's
I don't
That's
know.
pretty
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
this is like a direct rip of it.
yeah, these are the like raw files as opposed to like pictures of things.
Yeah. Which was very cool. No, like there's a lot of that stuff, like just like raw art, like that. I don't know if the word is for it, but like art before like the text and like stuff that was used in the show that we hadn't like had the proper version of, you know.
Yeah, that was neat.
That means we could technically make a Giffany like bonsai buddy now.
Oh no.
I'm surprised someone hasn't done that.
Maybe they have. I don't know. There's been a
Has,
few Dragon Falls fan games, but they're usually pretty small. What?
Has someone become a Giffany VTuber yet? That could be a thing.
Hello, I am a
Until you get
VTuber.
sued. Would you get in trouble for that?
The V in VTuber stands
Just
for.
call it Giffany.
I love that. I love that.
Legally distinct.
Or you do the gender bent one, Gifanial.
Giffanial.
Is that a thing?
I don't think so, but I just like.
Do you remember when they did that one episode of Adventure Time that created like an entire subculture? It was like where everyone was gender swapped, and they have Marshall.
haven't seen Adventure Time. Abby probably knows about that though. Oh, is that the thing with Fiona and Kat?
Yeah, that's where Fiona and Kat is originally from. Marceline, the vampire queen, she becomes a guy called Marshall that everyone
Okay.
was like simping for, and he's very popular with lots of fan art.
I see. Or it's Fiona and Cake, right? I don't think is it Cat or Cake?
Oh, yeah, it would. Well, it would be Cake because normally the dog is called Jake. I think you're maybe
Well, it is a
thinking
cat,
of a
right?
cat because of like Bee and Puppy Cat or something,
Might be
which
that
is
too.
also
Yeah.
very similar.
I need to watch Adventure Time. Like, I watched Gravity Falls as an adult. Oh my gosh, this takes 210.
I know Adventure Time gets like really like arc heavy later on. I heard that like because Adventure Time for a long time is just kind of like silly, and then at some point it starts having like lore,
Yeah.
and it becomes more like Gravity Falls where there's like revelations and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think
And
I would
then
like it.
another cool thing I heard about Adventure Time is that Finn ages in the show because like the actor was getting older, and instead of like pretending that he was younger or recasting him, they just aged up Finn over the course of the show. So he's actually like older when the show ends than he is when it starts. And they
I really
change
like
like
that. That's
his design and stuff.
like characters like evolving as the show goes on. Like to me, that's like something that like I really appreciate. That like I remember like when I first started watching anime, right? That's something that a lot of Western cartoons don't have. Is they're very SpongeBob-y, like just stick with the status quo. And that's one
Yeah,
thing I appreciate about Gravity Falls, and that's something I think I would like about Adventure Time is being able to have something that like evolves over time.
The thing with Adventure Time is that it starts off being that, and then at some point, like a switch flips, and they start being like, well, we want to actually have uh, things that carry on. We want to like tell a greater story.
Yeah,
um, but before that, it is very episodic, and it is very like there aren't supposed to be real consequences for things.
yeah. Have you ever seen Phineas and Ferb, Marty?
a little bit. It was never really for me. I couldn't
Yeah.
get into it very much.
No, that's understandable. I liked it a lot when I was a bit younger, but I remember specifically one of the interesting things is that the concept of the show is basically that it's episodic and things reset. And so
Yeah,
um like Candace is always trying to bust her brothers for the things they're doing, but she physically cannot because of the fact that the show's status quo must remain untouched. And so like there's like parts where she uses that to her advantage. She like needs something to happen, and so she'll make it so either that thing happens like there's like the in the movie she needs to like a bad thing is about to happen, so she's like, if I try to show my mom this, it will disappear because that's how the forces of nature work, which I always thought was kind of
that's
fun.
a really cool idea to play with. I didn't know it was like that.
I mean, you have to kind of get into it a bit for that to sink in, but like there's a lot of spots where it's like Candace becomes a bit self-aware of the fact that she physically cannot make changes happen. um
I got an achievement for catching 100 fish.
oh, nice.
You probably already got that.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, there's like a thing where when you watch SpongeBob as a kid, you relate to like SpongeBob and Patrick more, and as an adult, you relate more to Squidward. In a weird way, I get
Yeah,
that from Phineas and Ferb with Candace. Like as a kid, you're kind of just on board with Phineas and Ferb's like antics, right? But as you get older, like the show becomes a lot more about Candace, at least in my opinion. Because she's like Phineas and Ferb are kind of like very blank slate characters, and like a lot of the actual I'd feel characterization of like someone who actually has struggles comes through Candace. Um, I don't know. W. Did you say that's like
yeah,
the Japanese like text automatopoeia for laughing or something?
it is. Yeah,
Fun.
that's a thing for some reason where um if you were going to say like something the equivalent of like ha 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 in Japanese, it's always like www. I don't know why that is, but that's like
It's
a
named like
thing.
it's like rising and falling or something. I don't know. got like a wavy pattern.
It's interesting. But yeah, I always found Disney Channel cartoons have like a different vibe from like Cartoon Network or
Yeah.
Nickelodeon shows, and more of a mixed bag. Like there was some Disney Channel cartoons that I really liked, and some of them that I couldn't really get into. Like there's like classic ones like Recess and Kim Possible in the
Yeah.
2000s, and then in the 2010s it's like Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls. And Gravity Falls I think is definitely the best Disney Channel cartoon that I've personally seen.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. No, it's definitely a different vibe. Like it's always interesting how like I don't know, like I mean I'm not sure what it is that characterizes Disney Channel cartoons. Sometimes it feels like it's censorship, but that's not always the case. I don't know. Sometimes it just
Uh,
feels like
yeah.
general vibes. I don't know.
I mean, I think I would have said at some point that Disney Channel cartoons are more sanitized than Cartoon Network ones, but they got away with a lot in Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Like, it's very funny. I've shown you the video that what happened, the stuff that they didn't get away with. Also, I got an axolotl. Yay. Um, the Disney got upset at him for having the word makeout party on a flyer, or not makeout party, like
Yeah,
no, it was spin the bottle. That's what it was on the flyer for like I think Tambry's party. It said spin the bottle, and Disney freaked out because they're like, oh, it's a makeout party, and he's like, what's a makeout party and where can I find one? Um,
yeah,
but like there's but I think I've told you that story. Basically, in the end, he ended up putting not SMP approved on the flyer instead, which is Disney's standards and practices or whatever. Is that what it stands for? I forget. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, there are like one or two cases where Disney SMP actually had like a pretty okay call. Like originally, McGucket's name was a lot more like kind of offensive in his original draft. I think he was just called like Crazy Larry or something.
oh,
Um,
I
and that's
was
probably a good thing. Oh yeah.
I was watching a Topic Arlo video yesterday about some of the names that Donkey Kong they were going to go with for Donkey Kong before they settled on Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them were
I
really
haven't heard
weird.
that.
And also talking a little bit about the lawsuit that happened where like they were like, you're
Oh,
clearly
the one with
ripping off
Kirby.
King Kong.
Yeah, the one with Kirby, right? Like, where the lawyer was named Kirby.
No, about Donkey Kong being called Kong.
Yeah, but like the lawyer in that case. One sec, let me look this up. The lawyer was named
Uh,
Kirby. Like that was his last name.
I haven't heard
Um,
that part.
one sec. Universal Nintendo lawsuit Donkey Kong. I look it up. Kirby. Yeah, no. Lincoln hired John Kirby to represent Nintendo in court. His name was John Kirby.
See.
Um, which is, it sounds like a made up name. I mean, not the Kirby part. The fact that he's named John. I mean,
Just
I have
the
a
fact that he's named
I have a
John.
friend whose last name is Kirby.
Yeah.
Um, but the
I
fact that he,
can't
like,
imagine that somebody's named John.
How do you just
yeah,
Ethel, it was a different time.
a different time.
Yeah. Um, okay, there is a fun thing about like names going in and out of fashion, right?
Yeah,
Uh, we we were like watching a video that was talking about like a little short that mentioned like, oh,
I apparently have an old lady name.
yeah, it was like, oh, people aren't naming their children Ethel anymore. That's why it's associated as like an old lady name because like um people see like names go in and out of fashion, and when they were in fashion, marks their era essentially, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the other day you brought up how like it feels like there's like a billion politicians that have the name Bernie.
Yeah, there are a lot of Bernies, and it's partially just because like that was a popular name at the time when they were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to tell you some of the names that
Oh, what were the names? Yeah, go for it.
Donkey Kong was going to have.
No, I'm curious.
Hold on.
Or you pull up the Arlo video.
Yeah, so
That video.
well, because obviously Donkey Kong is a really weird name, but the explanation is supposed to be like, it says Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to convey an immovable, stubborn ape. He's like bullheaded like a donkey, so his name's Donkey Kong. Even though, when you look at the list of names, it seems like that would have been one of the ones that was rejected, but we're just kind of... Donkey Kong sounds normal because we're used to it, but it's kind of a weird name. But
Or some different ones.
so some names he was going to have include Steel Kong, Funny Kong, Bill Kong, and even Kong Boy.
Kong Boy.
What does Kong mean again?
I mean, I think it's just based on King Kong, right? Or is there like a
Like, is there a particular like? I don't think Kong means anything, which kind of like lowers the, you know. But I guess it does fit very well into the realm of parody. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the problem, is that Kong is actually like a fictional word from King Kong.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah?
like King Kong is not a gorilla. He's specifically like a Kong, which is like a creature in that universe, and I think he's supposed to be like the last Kong. And
Yeah.
it's always, it comes from the word Congo, I suppose, but the fact that Donkey Kong was called Kong and was also an ape. But I guess the judge sort of decided that their characters were distinct enough.
I mean,
The characters were
looking at
distinct enough, even if the name was like similar.
Looking at the Wikipedia article, it says that one of the things that he did was prove that they didn't have full rights to King Kong. Like that the Universal didn't either. He also alleged that Universal had no rights to King Kong characters, and they had in fact successfully sued this, wherein they proved the plot of King Kong was public domain.
We have a chatter.
Oh, we did.
Hi,
hello.
A person.
Look, Carice, is that how you say your name?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. We're just chatting while web fishing.
Yeah, there was more names, like Funny Kong, and Kong the Kong, and Jack Kong, which some of them just make him sound like a guy. And Funky Kong, which I think I've heard before.
Jack.
Yeah, I mean, we have like lots of Donkey Kong, like, you know, we have like Funky Kong and Cranky Kong, like, these all sound like they could be Kongs. Like, oh yes, Jack Kong. It's like,
I think that might be I think that might be Claw from the server, I'm assuming. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
Ooh,
I got. Oh no, I got litter.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a
yeah.
positive that you have removed it from the lake.
Yeah, but I mean, someone put it in there in the first place.
There's also Big Kong, Kong Down, and Kong Dong.
Okay, Kong Dong is. That reminds me that there's like a Smash Brothers like combo of
the ding
like
dong.
up throw into up air that's called the ding dong.
We love the ding dong.
It is very silly.
Yeah, they were gonna Mr. Kong. And this one really confuses me. He's called Custom Kong.
Custom Kong. That sounds like a Smash Bros mode. Custom Kong.
Kong Chase, Kong Boy, Kong Man, Kong Fighter, Wild Kong, Rookie Kong, and Kong Holiday.
These are all amazing. I love these.
Yeah.
Marnie, you only have to mash when it hits the bar.
Yeah, you can hold it until you can just press. You can hold the mouse button down until it hits the the number thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean, but sometimes I'm accidentally mashing at parts where you're supposed to hold and holding when parts where you're supposed to mash.
Yeah.
Because I'll get
It's
confused.
specifically until like the green area reaches the next like white bar with a number at it, and then you need to mash it a few times to get past that barrier.
Yeah.
Ethel has 2
specifically, you have to
buckets.
Yeah, I do.
you have to click as many times as like the little number says.
Are you able to interact with them?
No.
Currently, she's just phasing through it.
Wait, what? That was weird. I was holding a lobster.
So what does the bucket allow you to do?
Alright, it fishes for you passively in the background.
Ah. Do you also get points or just money?
I mean, it's this. I don't think there are points, are there?
Well, there's like a leveling system, isn't there?
Oh, true. Yeah, I think you just get money for that.
Are we slowly creating like an idle game?
I mean, that's one of the things I so like about this game is that it feels like it's very customizable in how you want to play it.
Yeah.
Like specifically, you can choose your lure type, which I have the one that lets me AFK if I want to.
Bucket hours.
Bucket hours.
I can't believe Marn fits in a bucket.
I like how it has the Animal Crossing text to speech. Yeah, actually, Marnie, you might know more about this than me. There's like a thing that I think in Japanese, like you can actually. So the way the Animal Crossing like text to speech works is they just read out the characters, right? It's like
Yeah, they read it
B.
really fast. I think if you slowed it down, it would sound a little more intelligible.
Yeah, but like I've heard at least in Japanese, like in English, like it doesn't like buckets. If you read out the letters, it doesn't sound like the word bucket. It sounds like Bucket, right?
Yeah.
But in Japanese, at least from what I heard, that like sounds a bit more like actually speaking Japanese.
Well, yeah, because they have the phonemes built into the characters.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. So I think you're like, are you mashing here or just holding it? Like at the end there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine either way.
Hey.
I got a soda.
Hey. Also, have you upgraded your rod because it lowers the amount you need to mash?
Yeah, I just did that. It helps a lot. I got one fish
probably-
that had a 200 mash thing.
I'm probably due another upgrade. Also, I have RuneScape music in the background.
Honestly, that's perfect for this.
So are you mashing like right now, or I guess a delayed right now? Because I'm watching this through the stream that has the stream delay.
It is always fun how that happens.
Yeah.
I was mashing just then. That was probably a different time though, so you're probably about to see me do it again. Time dilation is confusing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like time dilation is multiplicative like time. I don't know if there's. Okay.
No, Abby, we're like streaming in a pocket dimension. For every second that Marty streams, incrementally 1 second will pass for us, but like it keeps adding, so it goes like 1 and then 2, and then 3. We're like slowing down.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Ethel had a pocket island last time.
Yeah,
Where
I
you
still
were
have
able-
it. Do you want to go to it?
Yeah, it was cool how
That's
you were able to like spawn it in the store, so we could just like
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, do you want to go there?
hop. But yeah, we can do that. You may have to bring
I
your
haven't
bucket.
seen this yet.
I think I could just like spawn them elsewhere. Yeah, no, I could just like respawn them.
What if this game had permadeath?
Oh no.
You'll play
I mean,
Iron Man modes.
It is always interesting how different games treat like things that would be fatal, I guess.
Yeah.
Like off the top of my head, like so in Dark Souls, if you fall into like off any cliff, it just instantly kills you. It doesn't matter how much health you have. I remember in Zelda Twilight Princess, there's like lava in the one dungeon, and like Link will like fall into the lava and like do the Terminator thing where his hand's reaching out, and then he'll like wake up next to lava like a bit singed and go like
Yeah.
brush himself off.
The fact that he like shows up again implies that it's like, oh, it isn't just like you went back in time. He somehow like either crawled out of the lava or like was whisked out of it.
Yeah, Link's made of sturdy stuff.
Also, Marnie has boots.
Boots.
Boots. The little
Um,
shoes.
Where's my island? It's here somewhere.
Yeah, I did buy rain boots.
Yeah.
You can also get a hook for a hand
Oh really?
and
Become the
punching
pirate.
gloves.
I'm actually not seeing my my private island. I wonder if I didn't pick it up properly or something.
Oh no, is it lost?
Oh, see it.
So yeah, so if you look now, I have a hook for a hand.
Piratable.
Oh my goodness. Pirate Martin. Also, I like your that bee reminds me of Parappa the Rappa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wave. Think.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Marn.
This is where
You know
I watched my
what
parents
actually takes
die.
skill is, you know, when you want to spin in a circle with a controller, you have to you just rotate the stick. You do it with
Oh, but yeah,
WASD,
for
it takes some
keyboard.
like concentration.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do it kind of okay. What was it? Like, I remember there's like something that Abby can do that I cannot do with my hands. Is it just that you're double jointed? Is that it?
I guess. You mean
Yeah,
this?
I can't do
I'm
that.
double
I can't do
jointed as well.
that. I am not.
Yeah, I don't know what causes that. But specifically, I can take my thumb, put it at 90 degrees, right? So it's like so that the last segment is perpendicular with like the flow of the hand. I don't know what to call it, and then put it behind, like put it so that it's behind.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't know why
I
I
can-
did that.
I know what you mean. I can do that.
Yeah.
I also can't. Okay, this was a fun one the other day. I was okay. Like, if you count on your fingers, like you raise them up one by one, and only just that finger, right?
Mhm.
I cannot raise up just my pinky finger, or not my pinky, my ring finger.
You mean like this?
Yeah, I can't do that. Like I can't point at something with my ring finger. It just doesn't.
I mean, I can kind of like this is as far as I can go. I can't like have all of the segments, just like the last two
Yeah,
separated.
I don't know. Just interesting.
Were you going to make the Nether portal?
I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's not in my inventory.
maybe it's a one-time use thing. You have to buy another one.
It might be, yeah, unfortunately.
Check if it's available in the shop again.
Portable bait station.
Oh,
Consume
interesting.
to create a temporary bait plus sell shop.
I'm curious if you have to like buy that for each time you want to use it. Like, is that also a consumable? Because it only costs 25, which implies that like if you're like selling a lot of fish is like fine.
love the noises that the rod makes when reeling stuff in.
Woo me.
Yeah. I've been enjoying your Dragon Ball streams, even if I don't chat a lot during them. They're just fun to
Yeah.
watch.
I mean, I want to do more of them if I can.
I haven't been watching those. Is that just like public matches against people,
Yeah.
or?
No, I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
It's online matchmaking. Either like single battles or like team battles.
It's always interesting, like, I'm not terribly good at fighting games myself, but I like to, like, learn about the meta. They're always interesting. Even though I think, like, meta is oftentimes exaggerated. It depends on what the game is. Like, there's a lot of times people are like, oh, you know, like, you're throwing if you pick this character, when I don't think that's quite true. But I think it's a lot interesting sometimes, like, what some characters have that just isn't anticipated. Like, I remember there's a JoJo's fighting game on, like, the, I think it's the Sega Saturn? No, it's a Dreamcast. And the strongest character in that game is, like, not a very strong character in the show, but they have a move that just has a few properties. It's kind of like Fox's Shine, where it comes out really fast. And it can be used to, like, play traps. And, like, that makes them, like, amazing. Which is just interesting to me.
Yeah.
And, like, actuality, I think the thing is with, like gears and, like, character strengths is that I feel like different skill levels usually gravitate towards different, like, tiers, like, different types of characters being stronger or weaker. Like, a lot of times in competitive play, like, heavy characters are considered very weak, but that's usually because all the people playing it are relatively high level, and they can, like, very easily dodge all the heavy characters' stuff, you know? Like, at a lower level, that might be, like, actually, like, something that, like, is very effective, you know?
Yeah, in theory, the idea that like, oh, if I can hit you with one move, then it will do like half of your health bar sounds great. But if it's hard, like in a higher level, if it's hard to land, then it balances out.
Well, usually in a higher level, too, like, one issue that they run into is that the characters have big hitboxes, which makes them combo fodder. So it makes it so, like, it's really easy for your opponent to do a lot of damage on you, too, which kind of mitigates it makes you into more of a glass cannon. I don't know, just interesting. The stuff about Steve and Smash Bros. Is really fascinating to me, too. I don't know. Like, there are a few things I would say are genuinely feel very broken about him. There are a few things I think people are overreacting, but I will say it's very funny. There's a lot of things that are, in particular, like, Smash Ultimate didn't have any tournaments at that time, because that's when COVID hit. And so that means that a lot of Steve's, like, advanced techniques didn't get patched because they weren't known about yet. Which is just kind of interesting, I think.
One thing I really wanted to try in this game was to connect my tablet and see if you could use the tablet to draw.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Otherwise, just have to do it with the mouse for now.
We should play Gartic Phone again sometime. Be fun.
Yeah, it would be interesting to... It would also be interesting to play Gartic Phone on Twitch.
Yeah, no, I'd be up for that. I was gonna say, I don't know if Gray would ever be up to do that with us, but, like, that could be fun to have. Like, I think if you have, like, at least 4 people, then Gartic Phone, like, works a lot better because then you have like enough people to pass around like a complete round. It can work with 3. But I got a wolffish. Have you ever been fishing in real life?
Not really.
I kind of have. I mean, I have. Like when I was a kid, my grandfather would take me fishing. We wanted to catch a rainbow trout. It's funny because like when the fish that we caught at like the lake were too small and like you couldn't really safely eat them because they have like too many small bones. So we usually just let them go, which I prefer anyways, generally. At least I think that's what happened. I don't know. I just remember that you like weren't allowed to eat them because like you'd probably like swallow a bunch of fish bones.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. I was just drawing the things.
Well, I want to come see. Let me catch this one and then I'll come over.
I kind of wish you could just draw on the grass.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Or if there was just an area where it was just like a huge stone area. It would just be a big canvas. I don't think the island's actually that big. Although I think there is parts we haven't explored yet.
Yeah, we should go exploring.
But yeah, I just was drawing this.
What were you drawing? I can't see anything.
You can't see it.
Where is it?
Right here.
Oh yeah, there's nothing rendered for me. The link
Oh.
go and come out of the shop. You're able to see what I was drawing before, right?
Yeah.
Did you end up drawing it while Ethel wasn't in this like zone? And it somehow like
I mean, if it's anything like the game I'm programming right now, then they might have like one contingency I have to make when I'm like writing stuff is that stuff might not always be loaded,
yeah.
and so you have to like take that into account. They might not have. Like, can you see the smiley face I just made? Does that show up
No.
right here?
Nothing there.
Must be a bug then. That's unfortunate.
You could, I guess you could see it if you looked at the stream.
Yeah. Let me shoot into that real quick. Oh yeah, I can see that now. Oh, that's like adorable. I love that. I'm kind of sad I can't see that now on my screen. I wonder
Yeah, I
why.
just drew it with the mouse. I really should have all the colors though. But yeah, there might be like a secret area that has like more drawing space somewhere.
I'm about to go like explore a bit.
I need to find out how to use the mushrooms properly.
It seems like if you just like run into them at a given direction, they'll propel you in that direction.
I think the island just isn't that big.
Where'd you go?
I went to Forbidden Places. I just started going up the elevation.
I see.
It, I think there is secrets though. Like we went into the waterfall one time.
Yeah. I think I see you.
Needs to be like a little boat or something.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! I found I found a secret. Yeah. What's this? Oh, I fell. I don't know how to describe where it is. It's like to the, like if you went back to the pier that we were fishing at, and then look towards the island, it'd be on the left side of the island.
Peer pressure.
With peer pressure. Found something, but I'm having a hard time with the platforming needed to get there. I have a bone. Huh. Yeah, I'll come find you and show you where it is.
I just returned to spawn.
Okay. Go back to spawn real quick.
I did.
Or you are at spawn. Okay. Do you see me? I'm coming over your way. Follow me. So I think the way these mushrooms work is you just walk into them and it takes you in that direction.
Yeah. There's a ladder though there.
Yeah, down here. If you look over there, there's like some stepping stones, and you can use that to get to thing. Oh wait, are you like? I drown if I touch that spot. Marnie has actually. Okay.
If you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah. We are the fish now.
Yeah, there probably is like secret areas though.
Yeah. Well, did you see the secret over here? If you like go on the stepping stones over here,
Yeah.
there's like a secret item. Kind of tricky though. It feels like the platforming in this game makes you dive a lot more than you want to.
Oh, I nearly got it.
Yeah, that was close. Oh no!
Oh, I
Yeah,
collected it anyway.
Oh, you did? Nice.
You feel an otherworldly force beckoning you. What does that mean? Did I get it?
I think it
Is
means
it still there for
yeah,
you?
it is, but like when I clicked on it again, it says you already have this bone.
Okay. So what is it exactly?
I guess it's a bone.
Is it related to
The waterfall?
Yeah, the waterfall.
Maybe. Also, there's a
Oh, can we go
lighthouse
in the
over here.
lighthouse? We can fish from here.
Oh wait, no, I do have my island still. Look at this. You have to hit the V key.
I'm actually fishing into the water.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I placed down my private island right here.
But yeah, I kind of want to check the waterfall because the bone might be related to that.
Yeah.
I like your hat. It's like a Mario reference.
Yeah. Thank you. There's like a screenshot of our characters. Like a good view from up here.
Yeah, I've taken a couple.
Let's go explore some more.
Yeah, let's find out. Do you have to pick up your flag?
No, I could just place it wherever.
Yeah, where is the waterfall again?
Well, let's work back to spawn. Then it's over here. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is related to the bones. Do you see that?
Yeah, like 5 bones. And it also costs $500.
Yeah.
So I guess there's more bones
Yeah,
around
let's
the
go look
island
for more
somewhere.
bones.
Yeah, always check behind waterfalls in a video game.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, like, playing, like, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and I would, like... There's, like, so many waterfalls in that game, and I'd just rub up against everyone. There's, like, 2 in the game that had the secret. So I caught Rainbow Trap. You know, here before, maybe there's, like, something else up here. Oh, Marnie, I found like a fairly big drawing space. Not like too big, but it's kind of big.
Um, wait,
Do you see me? I can see you.
am I getting warmer?
Turn left.
Left.
Lefter. Oh, there you go. Oh, right here.
Walking to the RuneScape music right now.
Perfect. Did you see the mushroom I bounced on?
I can see the... Oh, there you are. This is probably the biggest. Assuming we can actually see what we're drawing.
Did you see what I said?
I can't. If you drew something, I can't see it.
Yeah, I think it's like desynced or something. It's probably a bug. Let's see
I
back.
guess I could try and leave and come back, but then I wouldn't be here anymore.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll try again later. Oh, I found another bone.
Did you?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is a pretty wide open area. Where's the other
Yeah.
bone?
You see where I am?
Oh, you're down there
I'm down
now.
the cliff. It's right here. This one's well hidden.
Yeah, but that area up there is interesting though. It was like very wide open forest.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like an invisible wall? Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Animal Crossing music stuck in my head. Yeah, but I'm probably off tune, so I don't like. Make the bridge. I'm terrible at parkour. People are gonna make Kaizo maps for this.
Yeah, this game will probably get like free updates and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content in this game for the price.
Oh yeah, for sure. To a degree. I'm gonna keep looking for the bones. I'm gonna be right back real quick. Hey, are you still there?
Yeah,
Sorry, I just run to the restroom real quick.
that's okay.
How's it going?
It's okay. Yeah, I'm here as well.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we have four viewers right now, which is pretty peak.
Oh, that's cool. Hello. I don't know. I like the web fishing streams. They're just fun to hang out.
Yeah. Did you find another bone?
No, we should go look for that. Um,
Yeah, the view count keeps going up and down. So it's like at 2, and then it's at 3, and then it's at 4. So I don't know what's going on with that.
yeah. Oh, that's so cool regardless. Oh, ah! I almost fell into the water. Whew. I should honestly I should try streaming again at some point. I had fun with the Doom stream I did way back when. Like I'd probably do like Door Fortress or something.
Yeah, I think you should do another one.
That'd be fun. I like the group culture streams though because it makes it nice for just like being able to chat about things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm kind of committed. I'm gonna go look for all those bones.
Okay.
You can come look too, by the way. I'm like
Yeah, sometimes
on
I
the
can
bone.
see your name in the distance, but not always.
Oh! I found one. How do you even
Where
get there? Okay, come to
um
the bottom right of the map. Okay, for future, let's do this. So you know the pier that we were fishing on a while ago?
yeah.
Like,
Should I go
uh,
there?
I'm I'm gonna call that the south of the map. Okay, I'm at the southeast of the map. If that makes sense.
Uh did you well, what way did you go from where we were? I was still standing there.
Like, well, I found two of them.
You found two of
Okay,
them.
one sec. You know, I can just look at your stream. Okay, yeah. So
You
you're
have to
towards the
guide me.
lighthouse. Go to the lighthouse and then just go left and along the shore. Yeah, so like imagine that this area of the island right here is the south half, the south part. You're just gonna go along the south coast. Yep, like hold that road.
Yeah, there's the pier.
Yeah.
Uh
Yep.
you
Keep
want me
going.
to keep okay.
Yeah, keep going. So like keep going past the pier. I know where you are now,
There's a
so I can head
delay,
over and.
so
Yeah, you're fine. I know where you are now, so I can come over and help. I see you. Hello.
alright.
Right up this way. Okay, I already found one. The
Oh,
first one's right here.
okay.
So now we need to get on top of the cliff. So we need to do that again, but actually land on top this time. Oh,
I didn't mean to do that.
okay, I got on top.
Um okay, I'm on
Did you make it?
top. Yeah.
Okay, oh, I fell off, so let me go back. Basically, I saw something on the other side. Like, do you see like the little, I don't know what to call it, the little valley? It's like around the valley. Valley's the
Um,
wrong word for it, but
what's this big slice of cheese down here?
there's a big slice of cheese.
Yeah. I think if you do shift, I don't know if it helped, but I held shift while I was jumping on the mushroom.
Yeah, I got it once, but then I fell down. I'll try again.
Yeah, it's some kind of building, isn't it? What is that? I wonder what that's for.
Fall off. Ah, barely.
I think you can do it. Just
Almost.
yeah, I
Once again,
must
I'll
have
get it
gotten really
eventually.
lucky. Yeah, try like running in. Oh,
Okay, I got this. Okay, one thing that's not helping is I play everything like I use my computer with really high sensitivity. Oh, I made it.
yeah. You see this big
Uh
slice of cheese down here?
oh, the
It
cabin?
and yeah, you think it's a slice of cheese, but it's actually like a shed of or like a
Mhm.
cabin.
Yeah, the other bones over here, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been down here before. This is where they sell the lottery tickets.
Oh, I haven't used the lottery ticket yet.
Yeah, but yeah,
Did you do that?
there's other ones right here. That means we're only missing one, I think.
Yeah, maybe we should get a lottery ticket. Oh,
Oh,
they have
be
a top.
careful.
They
You can
sell a
actually
top
you can
hat.
sell your skull. Gotta make sure
What
not
do
to
you
do that.
mean?
I guess you can probably go get it again, but
You can buy a sword here.
oh, I got a metal detector. You probably have to use the metal detector to get the fragments.
You can buy a picnic blanket prop.
I got it.
Wait, what? What does this mean? Um, how how does this work exactly? Because you click on something and it says select items, 0 out of 3.
Uh, well, so it says you need fragments, or if you hover overseas, it says like requires
Oh,
3 medical fragments. So I think you need
Oh,
to get the metal detector and then use that to find stuff. I think.
okay. I don't have a metal detector,
Yeah.
and I'm broke
Also,
right now.
be careful when you sell stuff. You can sell your like bones and whatnot, and if you sell them, you'll need to go get them again. I think. Um,
Oh,
we're
do you know
we're
what?
trying to.
Do you know what? Do you know something? I think I actually sold the first bone we got. So I only have 2
It's
bones
okay.
right now.
Yeah, same here. We can go get the. I'm actually we can go get it back.
Yeah, because I was
Um,
started to press just sell all. So
yeah, same. No, I just noticed now. I
um
went to the sell thing and it had the bones option for some reason.
where was the first one again?
Um, it was to the okay. So remember how the lighthouse is the south side of the island? It was on the west side of the island.
I just returned to spawn.
Okay. So you're at spawn, right?
Yeah, I can go back to the pier or
Okay.
yeah,
So see the cabins. See the cabins. Go to the
the
cabins and face
cabins.
the way the doors are in the cabins. So, like go walk away from the cabins. Uh,
Um, what do you
it's like
mean?
to the it's to the right of the lighthouse. Sorry, that probably would be a better way to say it. Like if you look at the lighthouse, it's to the right of it. Um, sorry,
Let's
I'm
see if
really
I
bad
can
at giving you directions.
find the lighthouse. You can see the lighthouse. Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
Should I go to the lighthouse?
Go to the right of the lighthouse. Yeah, I was able to get the skeleton piece back. Okay, cool. You just gotta do it again.
It was that area we dropped down, wasn't it?
Yep.
I don't know if I went.
I see you over here. It's done here.
Oh, yeah, that's the annoying one.
Yeah. So we gotta grab that one again, then we gotta grab the one that was over up by the north side. And then there's one more we haven't found yet.
See if I can actually do this again. Because remember, the first time I grabbed it, I actually didn't really make it. I just happened to grab it before I fell in the water.
Yeah.
So I didn't really do it properly. Yeah, this game is really not meant for parkour.
Not meant for platforming. Yeah.
It doesn't feel good.
I think the problem is that it's got the Mario 64 dive, but it activates way too easy.
Yeah, you have to like
Like
shift jump, but the timing is really... And I end up diving across it.
Yeah.
And I keep spawning back up on the cliff, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were playing the Final Fantasy 14 in the Gold Saucer, and we had to do that, the
Oh yeah,
parkour
the
obstacle
parkour.
course. That was really...
Yeah, that was very silly. No, okay, I keep getting the thing where I think it's this game doesn't have any coyote time, which we're all used to in modern platforms, where it like counts you as being
I don't
on
know what
a.
that is.
So coyote time is what you call it in like most modern platformers. Have a thing where even after you walk off an edge, you still are considered on the ground for like a few frames.
Yeah, it's
I
a
got it.
reference. It's
Nice.
named after like Forrest Gump,
Yeah, like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
when they run off a ledge and they don't immediately realize that they should fall.
Yeah, then
Until they like look down.
Yeah, and then when they look down, then they fall. Because like so in like a platformer, it gives you a few like grace frames after falling off of something to jump, which generally just feels a lot better. Because there's a lot of times that like you want to jump right at the edge of something, and if you don't have coyote frames, then it like feels frame perfect a lot of the time.
The portal to your island still up here.
I forgot where we found. Oh yeah, it was over here. I found it. One of the bones was by the drawing patch. That's the very northeast. So basically, the exact opposite end is the light tower.
I have 3 bones right now.
Yeah, I just got my fourth one. It's if you're at the light tower right now, right?
I'm on the lighthouse right now.
Yeah, so you want to be on the exact opposite end of the island as the lighthouse. Like if you were to walk diagonally across the island, 'cause it's like kind of a big square.
Oh, I
know
can
where
see
you are
you.
now.
I can see you down there.
Yeah, I'll lead you if you want.
Yeah. I just jumped off the lighthouse. I can't jump
mean-
over this fence though.
I mean, cats are good at like falling off stuff and being okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe they should give you fall damage only if you're a dog.
Yeah. No, I remember like my family like lived in like a several story house, and like our pet cat would like sometimes like decide just to fall off the higher level, but it was like totally fine. Always spooked me though.
Um,
Sorry, I'm up here. Actually, I think we have to go back around a bit. I mean, we could jump across the rocks, but I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I prefer not to do that.
It's just up here. And we don't know where the last one is yet, because the spectral fishing rod takes 5.
Yeah, so there's one more somewhere.
Mhm.
You found them pretty
Cool.
quickly, I think.
Yeah,
It must be a really good fishing rod to go through all this trouble for it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm having fun looking for the pieces. It's like a little. That's one thing I think helps in a game like this is having a little bit of variety.
Yeah,
Beyond
there's
just the fishing.
the thing is there's depth to it. There's a lot of stuff to unlock, a lot of progression and secrets.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like near the start, maybe. So all the other ones have been like on the edges of the map.
It's probably just wherever we haven't been yet. It's probably every corner of the island.
Oh, I haven't been to this aquarium yet. Oh, you can put fish in the aquarium. That's cool.
What aquarium?
It's one of the starter cabins. There's a aquarium and you can put fish in it, I guess.
Oh, I guess that's supposed to be kind of like the Animal Crossing, the museum.
Yeah,
I think I just never went into this building, ever.
it's the it's the one with the dark blue roof.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like when you donate fish to the museum
Yeah.
in Animal Crossing.
Okay, I guess we'll probably just go do laps around the edge of the island to see if it's around there. There's another waterfall. Is it down here?
The Catfisher
Oh.
title. We're catfishing today.
We are indeed the cats. Not going that waterfall.
This is a pretty epic stream.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Yeah, my phone was actually dead, so I couldn't see the chat on my phone. Not that there was any,
I can try
but now I
keeping
can
out.
see it
Yeah.
again. I think
Okay, let's go.
the most talkative person in my chat is the bot that posts my links every
Yeah.
half an hour.
It's gotta be around here somewhere.
Oh, apparently, we had 5 viewers just for a second.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Getting a bit crazy.
I think we get like things get a bit disproportionate because like you're so used to like the big
It
numbers that you like see on
fluctuates.
like YouTube videos, but then like I don't know, like having like 5 to 10 people is like that's just a lot of people. Like just imagine having people in the room. It's like
Well, it's
I don't
different
know.
on Twitch anyway, because if you have like more than 3 viewers on Twitch, that's pretty good for a small streamer. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because unless you're like a huge person, like most streamers are like they're lucky to get like 15 people. That would be considered quite a lot.
Yeah.
If you had like 15, 20 people watching your stream, that puts you up like pretty high.
Yeah.
Like I said, you only need an average of 3 viewers towards getting like affiliate. if you can average out 3 viewers every stream like that, that's good enough for Twitch to get you like monetized and stuff.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely like get a bit freaked out by that sometimes. Oh, I know that
By what?
for my one job, we got like a lot of players for the game
Oh.
we're working on recently, and that like that right freaked me out because I was like, I can't, you know.
Yeah.
Too many people. Oh, this area feels kind of secret. Maybe this one? No, this is just the same as the other one. Ah, we're so close. Oh, I got soft locked.
You got
I think I
soft
just soft
locked?
locked. I think I soft locked myself. I went behind the lottery cabin.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go back to spawn from here. That was funny.
I would say this game is surprisingly quite polished
Yeah. No,
for
I've
what it
been really
is.
enjoying it.
Like they were actually thought to give you a return to spawn button when they didn't really. They could have easily not done that, but they.
Yeah, just restart your game.
Yeah, that would be
You ever
really
got like
tedious.
soft locked like permanently in a game before?
Yeah. Um. In a Oblivion, like the vampirism in that game used to be really aggressive if you let it get bad. Like if you are a vampire in Oblivion and you don't feed for a long time, it gets to the point where the sun will just like start draining your health.
Oh my.
And I remember one time back when it was Oblivion on Xbox 360, meaning that you couldn't use like because if it was a PC, you could use like console commands and stuff.
Yeah.
But because it was Xbox 360, I had a save where I was basically a starved like vampire in the middle of like the middle of a field or something during the day, and so it was
And you
basically
can't.
like you start this. I start the save, and my health starts draining, and there's no time to like get into a building or anything. So it's basically just a save where I just die, and
That's
there's just
interesting.
nothing. There was nothing that I could do with it.
That's like fascinating. I don't know. I
I think the only way you can play Bethesda games is on PC because because just from experience, like
yeah.
stuff is just going to happen in those games, and you need to be able to. You just have to. Part of the experience of playing them is just being able to open the console. Where you have to like, if you have to like, no clip yourself out of something,
Yeah.
that's just something you expect because um. I remember one time I played the first time I played Fallout 4 was on PS4 and one of the NPCs, it's like Nick Valentine. He's supposed to go into a building and start a conversation that like progresses the story. I had a glitch where he went into the room and he just stood there and he just like forgot what he was supposed to do. And
Oh, that's fun.
on PC, there's like console commands where you can do like set stage stuff where you basically have to manually progress the quest. And again, that's just something you get used to when you play a lot of Bethesda games. But because it was on console, it was just like basically the story just couldn't continue. There was no way to like it
Yeah,
didn't
you're
matter
just stuck.
what you did to him. He just like he wouldn't do what he was supposed to.
That's interesting.
So a lot of the time whenever I replay like Fallout 3 or something, I have to just be like, oh, open the console and type TCL, which is toggle collision. If I need to like get him stuck, so I have to go fly out of this thing. Or if I was in a situation like that, I could turn on TGM, which is toggle God mode. See, don't your health doesn't get drained.
Real
And
quick, go
you shouldn't have to use like developer tools like that, but
play
that's
the
just the
game.
state of those games.
Real quick, go to the lake next to the lighthouse. I
Um,
found a thing.
I mean, I can see where you are. You're on a rock.
Yeah. Oh, I see you too. I'm on the rock. And I am stuck here because whenever I get on, actually no, it take me off. Okay, we're good. No, yeah, that is the thing with. Okay, so I mean, here's the thing. Are you familiar with the? It's a development term. It's called technical debt. Debt. I can't say that word. Technical
I'm not
debt.
sure.
So basically, what that is when you program something, you're basically like laying the foundation for it, right? It's kind of like building a house. And one of the things is when you do that, the decisions you make early on can affect what you're able to do later. And that's called technical debt. Because you can end up with like say that you like wanted to say that Mojang changed their mind today and they decided that Minecraft should be instead be made of like triangular blocks, right? Um they would have a lot of technical debt because their entire game up to that point is coded with the idea in mind that every block is square, you know?
Yeah.
Um so the technical debt is like you have to like do weird workarounds to make stuff work because your engine is not designed around it.
That
Like
was
a great
that was
example.
kind of the whole
No, go
thing
ahead.
with Fallout 76. Because they're like, oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna take our Fallout engine and turn it into like an always online MMO basically with like that has like multiplayer and stuff, none of which the engine was designed for.
yeah, exactly. Like well, I was thinking I don't remember what game it is. Is it Half-Life where the or is it a Bethesda game where there's like a tram or like a train and the train is actually like a person wearing a train hat
Yeah,
because
that's
their
in
engine
Fallout 3.
yeah because their engine couldn't support like actually like the way their engine was set up they expected it to be like basically NPC based for everything and so they didn't actually have a system to make a working train and so they had
Yeah,
to
I think I
do a
might have
weird
told
workaround.
you about that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I don't know, it's just interesting like the technical debt like uh Bethesda in particular has it really bad because like I know like Starfield had this where it's just they've been using the same engine for like years and it's really starting to show its age because like they
Yeah,
have to do
it's
weird
technically the
things.
same engine that they've been using since Morrowind.
Yeah, and I think I heard it's like the creation engine 2 or something like that, but it's basically the same as the first one. I
Yeah,
think
technically their engine has been different since Skyrim because they rebranded it from Gamebryo, which it was originally, into Creation Engine. But Creation Engine is basically still Gamebryo, and I've
Mhm.
explained before how there's glitches from Oblivion that are in Starfield.
Yeah.
Like there's glitches that were in Oblivion and were patched and from like 20 years ago, and they're actually in Starfield. Like like when an NPC starts swimming in the air. That's like a classic Oblivion glitch, and it's in Skyrim and it's in Fallout 4 and it's in Starfield. It's all just the same engine. They keep putting
Yeah.
parts on it and stuff.
No, it's just fascinating. Like I mean, that right there is the technical debt because like it's like you could fix a lot of these things, but what you need to do is you need to rework a lot of it from the ground up. So like the debt is all this extra stuff you would have to do to make this other thing happen that you want, you know? Kind of like you're in debt, you know? Um, which is interesting. Um, like it leads to a lot of the weird programming decisions that a lot of things have.
Yeah,
That's like one thing I've been working with in my job is like trying to write code that is going to be expandable in the future, you know? And that's tough to do, and I'm definitely already making some mistakes here and there because it's just like you want to like write your code such that you can build upon it in the future to do whatever you need to in the future, but it's like hard to anticipate what it will be that you need to do, you know? Um,
yeah.
I have not found that bone yet. Have you any
I haven't seen it.
which means it's well hidden, I guess. What if it's like not even like, I mean, this would be kind of weird if it was this way, but what if it's not in a mound and it's like you get it from something else? I feel like it's got to be in a mound because otherwise that'd feel a bit odd, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to draw things with a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting hearing your perspective on the Bethesda stuff because I've only played a bit. I played a bit of Skyrim and I played a bit of Oblivion.
Yeah, I've played Bethesda games for years. Oblivion was my first one.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played. I feel like if I had played Oblivion as a kid, I would have like. I wish I had that as a kid. That would be like. I'd play that so much. It's like several games that I'm like, I wish I had that as a kid because like,
Oh,
I know I would have liked it.
um,
What?
having another glitch with the chalk. So I just drew something over here, and it's right here, but it's also like being repeated over here.
Oh, I do see it over here. Yeah.
You see it over here, but I drew it over here. But I
Yeah,
can see it in both
I think there's just a
places.
big issue with it right now, I guess.
So you
Weird.
can see it. I drew a
Okay, I
flower
can
in
see
the
it over
bee.
here, like on the grass partially.
What was that in the chat? In the chat, it says what was that in the blue text. I think that was just me. Do
Maybe?
you
Yeah, I
see
don't know what
that?
that was. Yeah.
There's a spooky thing.
I found something. What is this? Like bubbles. Smoke
Yeah,
bubbles?
it was like there was like a puff of smoke. I thought it was you at first, and I wasn't. I guess the chat was
What's
like,
this over here?
"Oh yeah, that. What is that?" I
A
think this is some
meteor?
kind of event.
Oh my gosh, the numbers are really high.
Must be something rare.
Sorry.
Pogs in chat.
I got it. I got it. What is it? Unidentified fish object. It's a.
You
Did
found the
you see
missing
that?
no?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like the. Well, it's a UFO. It's an unidentified fish object.
Oh, it's a UFO on your screen.
Wait, what is on your? Well, I mean, it's not. It's not like it's called a. Like it looks like a dogfish on my screen.
Yeah,
But
dogfish.
the name is huge unidentified fish object, so UFO.
Wow. I guess you won.
Well, you said it's huge, unidentified fish object.
Well, it's like a modifier. Like it gives everything. There's like modifiers they can get, and huge is one of them. I'm tempted to put that one in the museum now because I don't think I'm gonna be getting that one again in a while.
I would check. I would want to see like how much you can sell it for it, just out of curiosity, even if you're not going to sell it. If you can
It
sell it,
sells for $480,
it's
which is
not
a
that
lot, but
much.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go
Well,
put
you
it in
can
the
make
museum.
that. I would. Yeah, I would put it in the aquarium.
Okay, so
Fill the entire aquarium with these.
I wonder if we share fish in this. I don't know if we do.
I imagine I won't be able to see it.
Okay, I
Oh no, I
inserted
can
it.
see it. Yeah, I can see it. It's right there.
Cool. I'm gonna put a few in here. Oh, wait, I
Yeah, I
took it
would
out
put
from the
like
aquarium.
I'll put like the big ones in here.
Oh wait, you can only put one at a time? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's like
Kind of lame, but
disappearing when you
okay.
put something in it. What's that
Yeah, no,
about?
I took it back. Okay, I guess I'll just put the I'll just
Um,
put the I'll just put
but
this
that
one in
can't be
because it's not
right.
much.
Why the aquarium wouldn't be this big if you could only put in one fish? That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't let me. That's too bad. Well, I mean, if we're gonna put any in the aquarium, it might as well be the super rare alien fish. But that's too bad.
F in chat.
F in the chat.
Sorry for
Also,
swearing.
hold on a minute. You're fine. Also, like, I don't know about you, but like, here, come back into the aquarium real quick. Like, I see these windows in the aquarium, and they feel to me like Mario 64. Like, I gotta jump through one of these, and then it's gonna like take me into the secret slide.
That would be good. There should be a slide in this game. Since you can do the dive.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What we need to play is the Mario 64 co-op.
That'd be really fun.
Hack.
I'd be so up for that.
Yeah, I've not really gotten into Mario 64 properly, so that would, all the
That'd be really fun. I don't
all
know.
the
If you want to do that
secrets.
too, I'd be up for that. I can
Yeah, I
figure out how
think
to set
that's a
that
good idea.
next time.
I should be able to emulate games a lot better than I could before.
Yeah. Also, it's just N64, which is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember when I did my very first stream, like
The
when
Luigi's
it was
Mansion
the
one.
Luigi's Mansion, and the game wasn't running super well. It was surprisingly okay, but it was not running ideally. It was a lot, and it was kind of laggy and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was kind of interesting though. I was playing that first-person mod that made the game scary.
Yeah, I do remember enjoying that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a really good like ROM hack. Although I don't think you're supposed to mention ROM hacks on Twitch.
I think it's like really an issue if you're like a big streamer.
Anything but a big streamer.
Well, I mean, sorry, I don't mean like that. I just mean
No, I don't care.
like I just mean like if you have like a huge audience and like then they start
Yeah.
getting mad at you. Like I know Vinny Vinesauce has had a lot of issues with that because most of what he does is like related to emulation. He does like the ROM hacks and the corruptions, you know.
So what do you call them instead?
Oh, he always just. I mean, what you do is you just joke that it's actual hardware. You're like, oh, this is on my very real Nintendo Entertainment System. That I got from my uncle.
We're playing this on our real Nintendo system.
Yeah, we got from our uncle who works at Nintendo.
Grunkle.
John Miyamoto.
Who's
John
that on
Kirby.
the missing poster? There's important
Missing
lore
poster?
going on here.
Where are you at?
Yeah. Well, if you go to the paw print board, there's like a missing thing. It has like a little sketch
Oh.
of a guy. They should have done like a Halloween update for this game. Need to put more lore into this.
Oh, you're right. They do have that. It looks almost like a penguin to me. They're wearing a hat.
That makes
I
me
don't know,
feel
or
like
maybe they have a
you're
cool
actually
suit.
supposed to like find. Like I forgot you can go into first person.
Maybe they're the grave.
Oh, that's kind
Who
of
were finding
dark.
their bones. Yeah,
But yeah, I'm
maybe
in
not.
first person now. I forgot you could do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird when in your first person, the fishing line goes like above you.
Yeah. No, it's always funny, like, I mean, having programmed a game in third person. So, I mean, one of the games I worked on had third person and first person. And you don't realize how weird the actual, like, if you, most of the time when you do first person in the game, it doesn't look like actual, like usually you can, like, see your hands, you know? And that's not very realistic of what it would actually look like, you know? In real life,
Yeah.
you don't walk around with your hands out in front of you, usually.
Well, I'm sure someone does.
I remember as a kid, I used to like try to pretend I was like a video game character, and I'd like walk around like when I was a kid, I would like walk around. So I play pretend sometimes. And I would like walk around like on a tile grid, like I had to stay on the grid, and then I would like walk up against walls and like keep walking even though I was against the wall, you know. Um, that was fun.
Oh, create letter. I can write you a letter.
Ooh, I like that.
I sent you a letter. I don't know where it goes.
I've gotten a letter. You have something in my inventory. View. Hi. I accept it. I can create layer 2. To Marnie, I could say
Remember that if you attach one of the town's fruit in this message, then you'll get a cooler fruit box.
Yeah, something I'm kind of curious about is I bought that picnic basket thing, but I don't see it in my inventory, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to use it.
I hit V. V is in Velociraptor.
Oh, I keep forgetting this menu. So now I have a picnic blanket. Is that where your island thing was?
Yeah. Okay, I sent you a letter.
Help, when I picked up the UFO dogfish, it zapped me and we swapped bodies. Now I got put in the tank. The person talked to you is actually the alien.
Oh, I think you got the wrong letter. That's not. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I was just saying hi. I think the game bugged out.
Yeah. Maybe
Still
it's
have not found.
JPEG compression errors.
Yeah, I still have not found the last bone. I wonder where it is.
I'll show you low poly. Look at look at the stream now.
Oh, one sec, 1 sec. Oh my goodness, that is very low poly. I love that. Analog horror, analog cozy.
It's very brown.
Yeah.
It's only aesthetic if people like it.
Whoa, I chained the mushrooms. Huh, I don't know where this last one is. Guess I'll just keep looking.
Maybe they'll add it in an update.
Yeah, maybe it's not added yet. That'd be the ultimate tease. Not even tease, that'd just be being mean. Oh no? Oh, what happened?
Nothing.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, but I did get the Nightcrawler title.
We might have to go at some point soon to get some lunch.
Yeah.
I can hang out a bit longer.
I
And the
mean,
stores don't open for another half hour. But
we could
or
just end
sorry.
the stream here. We've been doing it for like nearly 2.5 hours, actually.
Oh wow. Yeah, and I'm up for that. This was fun. Oh, thanks for chatting. I like that.
Yeah, it was fun.
We'll catch you later. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you on Discord and stuff then.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Like I'll take a picture.
Oh, you literally dropped in.
How do you? What's the emote? Okay.